Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. I hope all of you are doing well. Hope you're having a great day. This is an update video. I don't know what I'm going to title it, but it's not going to be clickbait. I always know that I'll never do clickbait videos, so it's not clickbait. But I do want to let you know what's been going on and what's been happening, because I have not been posting any band interviews. I have not been posting a lot of reaction videos. So I want to kind of give you guys a 411 on what's been going on. I also want to give a shout outs to all of the bands that I talked with over the past month or two, and their interviews haven't been posted. I do apologize for that, because I think I was going through something, and I still, to some degree, a little bit am, but not as much. I'm a little bit out of it now, but yeah, I wanted to keep you guys a little bit updated on what's been going on. But to get the elephant in the room, I haven't been posting a lot of interviews or reaction videos, and I think the reason is that I've been feeling burnt out. I want to give I want to shout out the bands, as I mentioned before. All the bands were really sick, and trust me, the interviews are coming. They're not they're gonna get locked away in a vault somewhere. They are gonna get posted. But I think for me, I often find that I'm pretty burnt out, borderline crispy on doing videos after the albums of the year, EPs of the year, because it's so grueling. And I also often don't really talk about how difficult those are. My process is that I go through the entire year's worth of albums that I've listened to this year, like in terms of them releasing this year and all that sort of stuff. So I meticulously make a list, listen to all of the albums, and Decembers are often the most stressful months for me, because I have to put this list together and I have to have it done before the year's over with, and I have to listen to all of these albums, and I just get really stressed out about it. I never really speak on it, just because I don't think it's really crucial to that, and I think that videos like this often give a little bit better of a perspective on how I truly feel about them, versus keeping them in an album or EPs of the year video. I'd rather have people watch it in this mindset versus something else. But yeah, I felt extremely burnt out. I felt really tired. I felt really just irritable in not a good way. I feel that I have kind of put a lot of the priority on doing this. I posted over 400 videos last year, which is incredible and amazing, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. But in the same vein, and also a double-edged sword, I was super stressed out, and so I think to me, I needed the time. I just needed to take the time off. And so to me, it gave me a lot of time to reflect, be a little bit interpersonal, and really kind of understand why I do this. Why am I passionate about doing it? I ask bands this in the end of every interview I do, and I don't ask myself why I do this, right? And I mean, I know why I do it. I love talking to bands. I love music, and it's always going to be a big passion of my life. But I often don't put things into perspective in terms of, I make music, I like making music, why don't I do that, right? And so to me, it gave me a perspective of I should just write my own music. I should do my own thing. And I make guitar videos. I've recently done vocal covers and stuff like that, and I don't do them. I stopped doing them because I knew that this was my baby. This is the number one, right? And I never want to feel like I'm neglecting other passions that I have in my life. And I feel like at this point, especially at the end of this past year in December and at the beginning of this month in January, I was really neglecting the things that I really find important in my life that isn't doing YouTube, right? And so I think for this year, I really want to be able to try to focus on why I love doing the things that I do. I would love to get into new creative passions. I would love to start painting. That's been something I've been thinking about doing for a while, and I'd love to just be able to start painting and just do that. Maybe I'll do it live and just have chat, ask me questions and stuff, or like get to know me a little bit better. But yeah, I just feel like I don't get to stretch my creative legs a little bit. And while I do it on here, I don't do it in my normal day-to-day life, and so I think there was just a missing piece that I didn't really understand where it fit, but now I know. Like, just taking that time off to reflect and be a little bit more upfront with myself and be a little bit more honest and face things in my life that I wouldn't say is difficult, but I think just being really true to myself and say, like, hey, like, you should take time off for yourself. Hey, you should do things that you want to do. I've been playing guitar a lot more, which is amazing because I feel like I kind of like lost that urge to do it. And so I think for me, it was just kind of reforming those bonds of things that I enjoy doing, that I love doing, and just kind of be a little bit more upfront. I would love to bring a little bit more like video game stuff into doing YouTube things, because I do make video game content every once in a while on here, but I often feel like it maybe isn't like the best thing because, again, it's I talk a lot about music, and video games are obviously not music unless you're talking about like video game music, then it's a little different. But either way, it's not the same thing, right? And so I always felt like those two things had to be in two separate camps. Same with the guitar playing and making music. I felt like all of these things had to be in their own separate camps, and they don't have to commingle in any sort of way. And I think that over this time about thinking about it a little bit more and being a little bit more honest with myself is that I can just do it. I should just do it regardless of whether or not it makes sense for doing, makes sense for stuff here on YouTube or not. Should just be able to take time for myself, and so that was kind of my big goal for this year. Not that I really keep or have any sort of New Year's resolutions, but I do think that I would love to just be able to spend time doing things that I really love doing, on top of doing audio addiction, which is another passion in it and another love of mine as well too. And I think it made me really self-reflect, especially knowing that in like a few weeks I'm going to be, this channel is going to be turning 8, which is like 2 years off from a decade, and I just think with watching a lot of other YouTubers like going into a little bit more of a retirement phase of their channels, like I think it made me really kind of internalize and really think about, why I want to do it, or like doing other things that I'm passionate about, so I can still feel like revitalized and like really care about doing YouTube, because it's always going to be something that's going to be on my mind. It's always going to be something I care about. It's always going to be something I love to do. But I think for me, it's if I'm not honest with myself, then no one's going to be honest about it. Like if I'm not able to internalize or reflect on why I do any of this, then I'm doing a really big disservice to myself. So I want to appreciate everybody that has stuck with me, whether you have come here for the K-pop stuff or whether you've come here for the band interviews, reaction videos, all that sort of stuff. I'm feeling more revitalized than ever. I'm gonna start putting out some more content, but I also feel like I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm just gonna do what I can do, post about videos and songs that I love posting about, and be maybe a little bit more selective, right? And I think that comes with a level of understanding that you'll never be able to do it all, especially within music. There's so many bands, there's so many groups, there's so many things that come out on a weekly, daily, monthly, yearly basis that I wouldn't have enough hours in a day to cover everything, right? And I think that I was really setting unrealistic expectations for myself, and that's just not fair at all. So I'm going to be setting more realistic boundaries for doing YouTube. So that means that a couple of things. There'll still be reaction videos. There will still be band interviews. Those are my bread and butter. They will still be a part of the channel. The K-pop stuff has become a main staple as well, and those will still continue to go out. But I think the interviews will kind of take a little bit less. I'm probably going to be a little bit more selective on the interviews and stuff, but I'm instead of posting 3 a week, I'm probably just going to post 2 a week. I think it extends my time frame a little bit more, which is nice, but also at the same point, I don't feel like I'm rushing to get 3 videos out a week and doing that stuff. I can edit through these with no problem. It's not a big deal, but I think for my mental health and my mental clarity, 2 interviews seems like a better setup for me personally right now. In terms of reaction videos, I will probably still be doing those to a pretty consistent effect. However, I may switch over to doing streams where maybe the reaction videos will kind of be cut up into like bits versus doing tons and tons of reaction videos. I haven't decided yet. I think either or, they both seem like really daunting tasks, but at least I feel like maybe if they're individually recorded, it might be a little bit easier. So figure it out. I haven't decided on it yet, but that might be the thought process. I'll keep you posted on what's going on with that. But as well as that, I would also love to be able to talk with other like people within the music space, especially more like YouTube content creators, especially on the music side. So I'll probably be reaching out to some people. I've definitely reached out to a good decent bit of people on this. So I'm going to probably be following up and having more of a live aspect and kind of building more of a community amongst the people who make like YouTube or like Twitch music content, because I think it's really important for the culture, and I'd love to be able to kind of extend my olive branch a little bit, even though I know I'm probably a little bit more on the smaller end of the pool, but I think it would be a cool perspective to understand why other people make this type of YouTube content. So I will probably wind up pulling the trigger on that and doing that this year. So be excited, and I'm really stoked. But yes, to kind of get any misconception out of the way, I am feeling healthy, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling good. So appreciate all of the people that are going to be either sending me positive affirmations or have already sent me them. It's been really appreciative, especially as I kind of navigate through doing YouTube in my 8 years tenure of doing this. I feel really blessed and really grateful for all of the people that continue to come back and support what I do. It truly means the world to me. I would have never expected to have a great community, and I only want to be able to foster that great community. So thank you so much for watching this. If you watched through the whole thing, you're awesome. Thank you for spending the time, and I hope that you go out and do the things that you're passionate about. I think that is like the biggest proponent that I have doing this is like, no one should stop you from doing the passions that you have or want to do in life. You are your biggest enemy. And I think if you can understand or be a little bit honest with, yourself and why you do things, I think that is like the biggest battle you can overcome. So thank you so much. I hope you're able to do the things that you want to do this year in 2024. And yeah. Thank you for watching. I'm feeling great. So thank you for, again, all the love that I'm going to be getting. It's amazing. And, not a day goes by where I don't think about it. So thank you so much. I keep saying thank you. This is the time for me to wrap up the video. But I hope to catch you guys in the next video. And, yeah, I'm back, baby. So check back with the channel soon. Peace.